On Ice Hockey UK TV in association with SMP Europe, I'm joined by the GB Under-20s assistant coach, Danny Meyers. And Danny, you're going to lead GB at something very exciting in the coming months and weeks, I guess, the Youth Olympic Games in 2024. Just tell us a bit about what this is all about.
Well, I mean, firstly, just a huge thank you for Clifton and Andy French for giving this opportunity. So for 2024 in Korea, they're going to hold the Youth Olympic Games, and Great Britain will be sending a team to compete in on the 3-on-3 event. The players eligible for that will be 2008 and 2009 born, and so I had a great chat with Clifton and Andy, and we came to an agreement for me to be the head coach to oversee the team. And so starting in December of this year, we're going to start the trials.
I mean, what's the experience going to be like? Because, I mean, this is probably the next step down from the Olympics. This is just a duplicate, but for the youth of today, basically. What's that experience going to be like for ice hockey players?
I think it'll arguably be one of the greatest experiences of their life. They will experience the full Olympic experience. They will stay in the Olympic Village. They will be taught on how to deal with media. They will be part of the Olympic team. Obviously, there'll be other events going on, and they're able to integrate with the other athletes of all the different sports, and they get the full Olympic experience. I mean, for the players that will be selected to go away, it'll be something that they'll never forget.
We've had individual players, obviously, before have parts to play in the Youth Olympic Games, major parts to play and be involved in the individual side. It's massive, though, isn't it, to look at the team side? You know, to be the first time to have an ice hockey team involved in this event as a group is huge as well.
I mean, it's just the start of what 3-on-3 is going to mean to ice hockey in the future. There's no secret that the IIHF are putting an awful lot of money into the 3-on-3 game, and they see this as a way that they can get in to other hockey nations and grow the game. 3-on-3, I suppose if we were to put it into another kind of sport, it's almost when cricket came out with 2020. That was originally seen as something to kind of get more interest in the game, but as we all know, that turned pretty serious pretty quickly with World Cups and whatnot, and it's certainly the same way of what the IIHF are looking to do with the 3-on-3 game. It's going to be absolutely massive, and I think the exciting thing for us as a hockey nation is that for the first time ever, we start on a level playing field with every other nation in the world. So this is something that we could really sink our teeth into, and you know, with obviously the work that I've been doing in the last year with my business with Ozone, we've had a lot of players play 3-on-3. And so you could argue that we've actually got a little bit of a head start upon the other nations. And so we're taking this extremely seriously. Anytime that you're representing in your country, you should take it seriously. We'll be having a number of trials to get down to the final team. Selection undoubtedly will be extremely hard. At this age group of these players that'll be 13, 14, 15, by the time the tournament rolls around, the development changes very quickly in 12 months. So it's going to be exciting to see the players that will emerge over the next year and try to book the spot on the plane.
You kind of touched a bit on it there, but what sort of players, you know, I suppose what I'm trying to say is what are you looking for in a player who would get selected?
I mean, going by what I've witnessed with the 3-on-3 game that we've been running for over a year now of our leagues, and that we've been running our unofficial leagues and obviously our tournaments, transition is key. I mean, 3-on-3 is relentless. Any tiny mistake, you get punished for it. You miss the net, and it could turn out to be a 2-on-1 the other way. You make a soft pass, it could be a breakaway. It really, really you have to really bear down on every single play, for sure. There's no moment to relax. And the players, when I go through and I start considering who we're going to bring in, they're going to need to be guys that can play offensive, but quickly learn how to turn into a defensive player because of the transition is so quick. There's no room for error when in a 3-on-3 game, as I said earlier. And so, you know, we're obviously looking for players that that can handle the puck well. You know, you don't dump the puck in 3-on-3. Puck possession is absolutely key. So they're going to have to handle the puck well, make good, quick decisions, learn how to play both offense and defense. But, you know, as we kind of touched upon at the start of the interview, these kids are going away to an Olympics. You know, we've got to make sure that these kids are able to kind of handle the big stage as well. And so there's going to, over the next, 13 months or so of when we go away, there's going to be a number of things that I'm going to invest in with the players and try to teach the players and get outside sources in where we can get these kids emotionally ready for this Olympic Games. And I can guarantee you by the time we go away, we'll be extremely well prepared. Anyone that knows me will certainly know that I do my due diligence on players. I've got a really good read on the 2008, 2009 players anyway. I will be going out to other rinks and scouting other players, and I want to make sure that, by the time I have to make that difficult decision of getting the final team down, I'll make sure that I've done everything I can to make sure I've got the best team.